Good. So yeah, okay. So, today I'm gonna play a game called The Book of Unwritten Tales. It's, I think it's an indie game, or at least a little known game. Came out in 2012, so it's about 6 years old. Not old enough to be retro, but definitely not new enough to be on people's radar, right? So I'm excited. I apologize for not playing Fortnite tonight. I was planning on playing Fortnite with my husband and friends, but my husband is busy. No Fortnite on Tuesday night for quite a while, I think, with him anyway. And then one of my friends is busy with work stuff, and the other friend I didn't even ask because just doing it with two people kind of seems like eh. So anyway, Book of Unwritten Tales tonight. Pew! New layout. Well, new, not really new anymore. I've done a few streams with this now, but here we go. See how this game do, right? Book of Unwritten Tales. Always gotta check my settings. Some hints or some changes will not take effect until you restart the game. Whatever, that's fine. I think everything looks good. So, new game. Chapter 1. The Prologues. This is a really pretty game so far.
Our world is at war. Only the old can remember a time without fear, without bloodshed. Defeat followed victory.
Is it Dobby?
Victory followed defeat. No one could gain the decisive advantage. Only now is there an end in sight. Who would ever have thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to put an end to this madness?
I thought these were unwritten.
The key to ending the war on one of my expeditions. Not deep in some dark dungeon, nor on the peak of a fiery mountain. No, I found it in an old book. I only hope that luck has not abandoned us. What's happened to Beetle and the Archmage's men? Doesn't he know how...
So then,
The turtle?
you're MacGuffin, are you? Archaeologist, adventurer, and
evil
future
turtle?
trophy on my mother's living room wall.
And you are Monkus, dastardly son of the Archwitch Mortroga. What do you want from me?
I think you know that. Where is it? We know that your feeble-minded servant was on the way to that damned magical trickster Alistair.
I won't tell you anything.
Take him away. Mother has ways and means of squeezing what we need to know out of him.
So there's...
After all, what's likely to happen?
Was that a turtle? Because there's like a
We're
troll.
several days away from the wildlands. It's just as safe here as in the elf burrow. Oh, then, if it was left up to them, I'd just be spending the whole day...
Half-naked elf.
What's going on?
Dragon.
No, of course I won't do anything stupid. You're right. We should get...
Sleepy red dragon.
Quick, back to the elf burrow. Oh, boy.
Spirited leap later. So is this
Let's
where...
do it.
Oh, I get to play the elf. You can move Evo using the left mouse button and move her to the dragon's leg. Take a look at an object, click it with the left mouse button. Now try it on the rope over on the right.
Huh. One end of the rope is knotted tightly. I could use it to swing onto the other side of the leg.
Click it again. Okay. Examine the cage and speak to the gremlin.
The metal cage is fastened onto the dragon's harness. The old gremlin's in the cage. He hasn't noticed me yet. Hey, hello, you there?
Who are you?
I'm a wood elf who's gonna save the day for you.
My name is...
Never mind. There's something you have to do for me. What am I talking about? It's not just for me, it's for the Alliance.
I've no particular interest in the Alliance.
I don't care. This has to do with everyone. Professor MacGuffin's the name. I'm an archaeologist. I've discovered something. Something important.
And they want it?
Oh, yes. You've no idea how much they want it.
I don't care. I'm
Forget
here-
what the shadows have planned. In
here
the
to
end,
set
some
you free.
knight in shining armor will come to our rescue.
You may scoff, but they would have to skin me before I tell them what I know.
Okay then, I'll release you and let you mortals carry on playing at war.
No! We've got no time to lose. You must take this ring. Take it to the Archmage Alistair in the town of Seastone on the coast. He will send someone to my house. A book that describes where it is hidden is there in my secret cellar. He must get it to safety.
And what about you?
I will win you as much time as I can. I can endure torture for hours, days if need be. The pain, the humiliation, the agony of body and soul.
Perhaps I should just release you and we'll do without the pain and death.
No, a little less pain, a
That would,
little
of
less
course,
death.
also be an option. Less dramatic, but if you insist, I can hardly stop you.
How can I get you out of there?
Good question. This cage is well built and the lock won't be easy to deal with.
I could untie the cage and then it would smash when it hits the ground.
Just like my old bones. But it's not a bad idea. On the way to Mortroga's fortress, we'll fly over the White Ridge Mountains. Everything's covered in snow there, and the dragon will fly low over the peaks. We could try it there.
And if I die,
That was a
big
joke.
deal.
The chances of that working are about 1,000,000 to 1.
Exactly.
Can't see any other way to escape. Fighting is not an option.
Let me see how the cage is fastened.
You do that. I'll be here if you need me.
Obviously.
No idea what's going on here. I should probably release the old gremlin before we get into enemy territory. We'll have to see how we go after that. This rope fastens the cage to the dragon. I have to undo it if I want to drop the cage onto the mountains. Oh, this is too tight. I won't be able to undo this just using my hands, but if I had a knife or a sword, I could perhaps cut the rope.
Securing rope. Speak to the gremlin. Okay.
Transport dragons can move great loads, like these barrels, wooden posts, and this big crate. I don't think that this stuff will help me a whole lot.
Do I have to look at this again, maybe?
This rope fastens the cage to the... Oh, this is...
Yeah.
I won't be able to...
Does she have, like, inventory of some sort?
That That's the way up onto the dragon's back. I can't reach the support strut.
Can I climb up here?
This rope,
Oh my god, no.
I won't be able to... Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
Isn't it a trifle improbable that a 50-metre-long dragon with a pathetically small wingspan could be physically capable of transporting such a substantial amount of gear?
How should I know? I'm an archaeologist, not an aeronautical scientist. I don't concern myself with trivialities. I see it flying, so I believe it.
I, however, find it illogical.
Then it must be magic. If something isn't logical in this world, then it's always
magic,
down to magic.
right?
Very practical. You can explain everything like that. Something's flying that can't fly? Magic!
The cage has been secured with a thick rope. I can't release it using my bare hands.
Then you'll have to cut through the rope.
Splendid idea, but I don't have a knife.
Then get your hands on one. My kidnappers up there are sure to be armed.
I fear that
Okay.
could be true. If I'm going to steal a knife from the kidnappers, then I need to get onto the back of the dragon. There's a support strut there. If I could reach it, I'd be able to pull myself up.
No problem. Here, take this.
A
What?
whip?
Oh,
It's
whip?
always served me well. You can use it as
Okay.
a rope.
Guess we're gonna be Indiana Jones. In the inventory. Move the mouse to the bottom edge of the screen to open the inventory. Bottom edge of the screen. I'm at the bottom edge of the screen. Apparently I have to wait until I'm done with this conversation.
That kidnapper with his troll. Who is he?
The sorcerer. He's called Monkus. He's the son of the archwitch Mortroga.
The Archwitch? How did she know that you'd made such an important discovery?
Beetle, my servant. I sent him on a secret mission to the Archmage. I must have caught him. Beetle.
Aww.
Can we talk through this plan again, just to be sure?
You come up with a way to release the cage. As soon as we're flying close to the ground in the White Ridge Mountains, you let me and the cage drop, and then jump yourself.
Do you think you'll survive the impact?
I hope so. The dragon will have to fly close to the mountain peaks. There are lots of pine trees and snowdrifts there.
And chasms and canyons and rocks?
Yes, I know. But I've got to get back to my cottage and get the book from my cellar. They mustn't get their hands on it.
I'll just carry on then. You wait here.
Okay, so we have a bullwhip.
Da-da-da,
Well, at least I'm not the only one thinking Indiana Jones.
What? Yes, I was evil and beastly. Yes, I'll bring him with me, Mother. Yes. I have to go. Why? I'm steering a dragon, remember? You know, I'm not being curt with you. Yes. Good. Yes. I'll see you later. Love you too. Oh, by the gods, how I hate her! Not much longer, Monkus, not much longer. Soon you will have it in your hand.
What is it?
But you
What
have
is
to be
it?
careful, Monkus. Mother is mistrustful. She has her agents everywhere. And you are talking to yourself. Better shut up.
There appears to be some truth in the gremlin's story. It's vital that I rescue him. If I remain right here on the outside, then they won't be able to spot me from the driver's cabin. An old cardboard box. It seems to be some kind of emergency kit if the dragon crash lands. There are a few moth-eaten blankets in the box, a bit of dried meat covered in white mould, and a blue and red potion, and... a line with a fish hook. It looks quite serviceable. I'll take it with me. A thin wooden stick with the flag of the Shadow Army. The stick's been tied loosely to the railing. Got it, and the sorcerer hasn't noticed.
You can combine objects in the inventory. Selecting an object and clicking with another object. Is that like a hint to
I'll
do
knot
that?
the line to the tip of the stick, and hey presto, I've got a fishing rod.
Okay. I made a fishing rod. I don't know what that's needed for yet.
I could really do with one of those swords, but I can't reach the stand without the sorcerer seeing me.
Oh, so we're fishing for weapons?
That was elegant.
Search the curtain, so there doesn't look like there's anything else here. Let's go back and cut the rope.
I should warn MacGuffin that we're in business. Perhaps he might change his mind. Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
So what is this discovery of yours then? A great treasure?
Yes, I need
A
to
weapon?
know.
I can't tell you. Too dangerous. Actually, well, I don't have it either.
What do you mean?
What is it?
I found a clue
Oh my
in
God.
an old book as to where the artifact... where it is hidden.
Artifact. It. This is getting more and more cliché.
Cliché? The struggle of good against evil is never cliché.
You mentioned your secret cellar. Is that where the book's hidden? Pretty risky. I've got a sword and can cut through the rope as soon as you're ready.
Fine. I'm ready when you are. We're over the mountains. It's now or never.
Are you really sure?
I am. But if I don't survive or they catch me, then you'll have to fetch the book from my secret cellar and take it to the Archmage.
It's going to go wrong.
You mean, if you die, the young, sexy elf will become the hero of this story rather than an old, dishevelled gremlin? How improbable.
Don't talk, just cut me free!
Wow, this game is very self-aware.
The right moment is close. There's the mountain. Good luck, MacGuffin.
Still think he looks like Dobby. Goodbye, MacGuffin. I mean, Dobby. Uh-oh. This music sounds so familiar. It's like they wanted to be King's Quest, but not quite. Clearly can't drink today, I just keep spilling water on myself. There's a lot of influences here, I can tell. Lots and lots of influences. Got some Lord of the Rings influence. Got some Harry Potter influence.
Wilbur, working hard at it, saving the world.
I'm almost done, you.
I could see. Beavering away, eh? What were you this time? A knight riding high on his horse? Or one of those funny little mages again, eh? Hey, hero. I've got a job for you. A quest.
Who's this?
Send my new house robot off on a rat hunt. That rat's got it in for my precious hops, and if I don't plant them, beer's going to be a wee bit scarce.
I've never heard of a hero having to catch rats.
You're not a hero yet, laddie. You're still my helper. And that being the case, you'd better get your act together. Then you can finish up here and go and have some more heroic daydreams. I need to go and do a quality control check on barrels 2034 to 2038. I've got a feeling there might be something wrong with the 2030 batch. We'll see. We'll see.
Yep, I'm sure. Hall of the Mountain King, huh?
That seems to be the rat hole where the little beast plans its raids. A thieving rat. Devious and dangerous. It always runs into its little hole when I get too close. The rat has chewed through the wood. There's some fur hanging from a splinter. Ooh, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
There is no way I'm sticking my hand into that hole as long as the rat's in there. A large crate. It must have been delivered as I swept. Let's see.
What's in it?
Not a chance. I'll never get this crate open with my bare hands.
All I have is a piece of rat fur.
Dwarfs are excellent stonemasons. That fireplace is proof.
Gate to outside.
The pipes run through the walls and floor. They are part of the central beer supply system, which runs through the whole bastion.
Beer supply.
That's the Master Brewer's favourite spot. He likes to relax there in the evenings. It's a map. It says the country's best pubs on it. It shows the area reaching from our beautiful White Ridge Mountains down to the sea, where the humans live on the coast.
Humans?
Hello, Master Brewer, sir!
Aye, Wilbur.
How are the beer
Is everything
tests
okay
going?
with the beer?
That's not so easy to say. It's complicated with beer.
I'm gonna try a few more
Initially
barrels.
think, that tastes good. But then, bam! The finish is all off. Earthy and musty, and there's nothing you can do. But of course, you can't really tell from just one pint.
Oh, he's good.
So I'm supposed to uncrate the robot and send it after the rat.
Definitely. Shouldn't be too difficult for you, being a gnome and all. You've got the right kind of hands for all that technical stuff.
I'm not really all that into technology. I'm more interested in the mysterious powers of magic.
Well, in that case, I'm sure there's some instructions in the crate. Shouldn't be that difficult for Mr. Mage.
So I can call it a day once the robot has caught the rat?
Aye, you can go back home and get some sleep.
Where are the other dwarves anyway?
All away fighting, you know that. There's been nobody here except me for years. I'm keeping the whole place ticking over.
If you weren't here, lad, I'd probably have pegged it from loneliness long ago.
What's the news from the front? The Alliance is winning, isn't it?
It's a proper mess. They just swing back and forth. It's
World
been
of
like that for
Warcraft?
years. Neither side has the advantage. Today, we take Finsterberg, and tomorrow the Shadow Army plunders Auenheim. Today, we take care of Garrett the Throat Slitter, and tomorrow they nobble Bella Sunnithor. At the moment, we've got Mortroga's fortress under siege, the old Arch-Witch. Not getting anywhere fast, though. It could still be years before either side gets the upper hand.
Hopefully we do.
Aye, let's hope so.
Do you miss the other dwarves a lot?
Aye, there's not much going on here now, that's for sure. In the old days, it was packed and rowdy every night. Stone Chomper and Bolin the Bear, Peppo and Talon, he could beat anyone at finger wrestling. And then, of course, there was Billant, our leader with his golden tankard. Now I've only got you here. You're not exactly a party animal.
Maybe the other dwarves will come back soon.
Aye, and then they'll tell their tales of adventure, the times they've had and what they've been through. And me, I can only listen on.
I'd like to hear their stories, seeing as though I'm not with them myself. I'll take care of the robot then, and the rat.
Aye, go on then.
So I gotta go find something to open the crate with. See if there's something in the kitchen.
The rubbish bin is almost overflowing. Presumably it's my job to empty it, but oh well. This pump can be used to pump water up from deep in the mountain, although I wouldn't bet on it still working. I thought so. Broken. The dwarves have a lot of work ahead of them when they get back. If
Aw.
they come back.
Kitchen waste?
I call it A History of Dwarven Cuisine, the Last 3 Weeks by Wilbur Weathervane. Ugh. Dwarven fast food. But I'm not hungry. The sun is pretty low. It'll be dark soon. The stove isn't used much. Though this morning the master brewer heated up a few beer sausages on it.
Yum. Beer everything for dwarves.
The master brewer says these kettles are used to make beer. This is his private setup, and the proper ones are in the cellar.
Cooking pot?
An old, rather dirty cooking pot. Ah! Mutant slime. Maybe I should have thrown out the rest of that chocolate pudding. A pile of dirty dishes. The longer the other dwarves are away, the less attention the master brewer pays to things like this.
So there's... Get rubbish and kitchen waste. Ooh, there's an emblem up there.
That is the Bastion's emblem. Actually, an entire battalion of dwarves is supposed to be stationed here. Each battalion consists of 7 companies, which in turn consists of 7 platoons. Each platoon consists of 7 squads of 7 dwarves. Dwarves have this thing for the number 7.
I wonder why. No. Can't really...
There is no way I'm taking that pot with the evil slime in it. Slime can be really evil. Bad slime.
Ooh, coffee pot.
A tin coffee pot. It hasn't been used in ages. And guaranteed not for coffee. The master brewer doesn't trust non-alcoholic drinks. The coals in the oven have kept the stove warm.
So there's actual coffee in there? So I wonder if the master brewer knows that there's slime in the kitchen.
Hello, master brewer, sir.
Aye, Wilbur.
Did you know there's an evil slime living in a pot in the kitchen?
Oh, yes, it nicked a sausage off me this morning.
Of course!
But doesn't that bother you?
Well, yes. Live and let live, I say. As long as it doesn't develop a taste for beer.
I'll take care of the robot then, and the rat.
Aye, go on then.
So he doesn't care about the slime.
That's the exit, but I can't call it a day yet. First I have to teach the house robot to catch rats. Let's see.
I can't open it with my
Not
bare
a chance,
hands,
I'll never
though.
get this crate open with my bare hands.
And I only have... I don't have any, anything that necessarily would open it. Oh, there's a crowbar!
A dwarf-sized crowbar. So it's pretty big.
That's what you need. Didn't see that there. Oh, I don't want that. I want that.
Let's see. What's that? Ah, the user manual.
Alright. So let's read the user manual.
Wood Elvish. Succubushish.
Kind of right language.
Here we are. Dwarven. Thank you for purchasing an X100 house robot, the latest in house robot technology. Feed the X100 the stinking remains of your disgusting existence, but absolutely no broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Rats. There. Rat care. Rats breeding. Rat hunted. Rat hunted. In order to hunt rats or vermin of any kind, you must first feed the X100 with DNA from your target.
Well, that's easy. I got the fur.
DNA carriers include hair, blood, sweat, snot, and other things.
Other things.
Okay, so first I have to give the robot a little garbage appetizer to start it up before I feed it the main course, rat DNA. Finally, a simple rat trap.
Alright, so...
Let's see how it likes this. Aha! It works. And now the fur. A source of rat DNA.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh, robot, get it! Get it, robot!
And it's gone.
You got this!
It won't be back anytime soon either. Problem solved.
It's not exactly how I thought it was going to solve the problem, but...
The X100 makes a pretty good rat hunter. I just hope it never mistakes me for a rat. Hello, Master Brewer, sir!
Aye, Wilbur.
The rat's gone.
I saw. It's amazing what you little gnomes can puzzle out, eh? The rat's lost his appetite for my hops at any rate. He won't be coming back for a while.
Well, no, because
Can I call it a day now?
Scared.
Of course you can.
Of the robot.
Safe home, my lad. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you later, lad.
And another day ends. And, as usual, I didn't save any princesses, or fight any dragons, or hunt any orcs. I chased a rat off, and I didn't even do it myself. I used a fully automated robot instead. It's going to take more than that
poor
before my
Wilbur.
statue stands next to Knight Tilo in the Hall of Heroes, but I'm going to make it one day.
Oh no! Oh no! No, Wilbur, no! Oh,
Hey, you, boy! You've
Dobby's
got to get me
alive.
out of here! Quickly, please. I was abducted. An elf freed me. They want... You've got to believe me. I have the key to something that could determine the fate of the war. Listen, boy, it's too late. You see this ring? It's the key.
it's the One Ring.
Take it to the human archmage in the town of Seastow. You
Throw it.
understand?
Throw it into...
What?
Take it into Mordor and throw it into...
All of our
Follow.
fates depend
No!
on it.
No! The dragon's like, oh, I dropped it. Oops.
Oh, dear, nobody's going to believe this. There's no way I'll make it down to the human town by the sea on my own. I need help. I should ask the Master Brewer for help. Or Grandad. He fought for the Alliance. Of course, it's pretty cold all year round up here in the mountains. But this year, winter came particularly early. It worked. I got one. The tarps are supposed to offer the stonemasons a little protection. They have to be pretty tough if they're out there in all kinds of weather. Master Brewer, sir! Hello?
Uh-oh.
Master Brewer,
Master
sir!
Brewer's
Where
not
are you?
there. Oh, he's sleeping.
Master Brewer, sir! Master Brewer!
What? What?
We have to tell the other dwarves there was this gremlin in a cage and he gave me this ring and...
What kind of ring, then?
This ring! It's a very important ring. The gremlin said all our fates...
Wilbur, I really don't have time for this kid stuff. I've got more important things to do.
But the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage down in the human town. The gremlin said it could end the war.
Listen, laddie, that's a ring. What's it supposed to be able to do?
It's...
I don't know.
I have to. The gremlin wasn't lying.
Just think about it. When has anybody ever given an important ring to a little being like a gnome?
Now?
That sort of thing just doesn't happen.
But...
That's enough. Now, go home. It's getting late.
I guess I can't expect any help from the Master Brewer.
The roll?
A rolled up tarpaulin, probably just like the ones hanging all over the place.
Can I take that? I can. Cool.
I'm not climbing up there, it's all iced up. I'd probably end up breaking my neck.
Dwarf statue?
Probably the statue of some famous dwarven leader. I don't know much about their history.
The gnome hole? He did say he needed maybe
That's
to
the
talk
entrance to my family's gnome hole. We've been living here for
to his
generations.
granddad. go talk to his granddad and see if he'll help.
Hey, my mechanical flying fish Nemo. How did you get there? One of the few technical devices I ever built. Well, to be honest, actually my father and my sister really, but I did watch.
Oh, that's adorable. That is so cute. I want a
It
mechanical
still
flying
works.
fish.
A solid example of gnome technology, if I do say so myself.
Catch the mechanical flying fish.
Oh, I can't reach that. That door is part of Dad's living space optimization unit. Behind it is sort of a car park for rooms. A chair. One of my dad's inventions. He calls it a time measurometer. It splits the day into 2 periods of 12 hours each and shows which hour we are currently in.
Examine the
Sometimes
time
I think that
measure
thing
meter.
uses time up instead of just showing it.
Nice.
That's my family. Right now, just Grandad and I are holding down the fort. The others are all at a technology trade show down south. My dad is a mechanic and a physicist. He primarily works on, things. Mother is just a whole wife and geneticist. The baby is my little sister Sydney. I think she'll be a researcher too. She once doubled her baby phone's data transfer rate using nothing but a rattle and a rubber ball. My other little sister is Meggie, my parents' pride and joy. She mainly concentrates on robotics, combat robots to be exact. Grandad is a war veteran and conducts secret military research, whenever Dad lets him in the workshop, that is. Looks like I'm the proverbial exception to the rule. I'd rather go out into the world and become a mage, a hero like Knight Tilo. But someone has to look after Grandad and the Master Brewer. I'm more of a local, unsung hero.
We can go down in the gnome hole. Oh, there's a flower pot over here.
A flower
There's
pot full of
levers.
potting soil. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. Those are my mum's plants. She grows a lot of that green stuff. She keeps trying to genetically change the plants so they can grow up here amidst the icy mountains. Those are the controls for our living space optimization unit. My father invented them.
Use the bedroom lever.
That's the lever for my parents' bedroom. I can't use it until they get back. That's the lever for my little sister's bedroom. I'm not touching that. She builds combat robots, and she kind of hinted that she knows how to protect her privacy. This is my very cool room. My old gnome scout rucksack. Pretty tough that, but somehow I always had the feeling it could have been a little larger. I wonder if putting small bags and pouches in it would increase the rucksack's capacity.
It's adorable. I still really like that the mechanical flying fish. That's amazing. Tennis racket?
My old tennis racket, although I was never very good. The catgut is missing. What did I use that for?
Catgut is missing. Let's see if there's anything to grab in the kitchen.
Our kitchen. Our flour mill. Mother makes sure we eat a healthy diet. One day we'll all be big and strong, comparatively.
Oh, what's in there? A vial?
A pale blue glowing liquid. Something tells me it's probably not good for you.
We'll take it.
My mum wrote super fertilizer on it. Probably one of her genetic experiments. Master Merlin's antibacterial kitchen cleaner. The dirt disappears like magic. If only I could cast spells like Merlin, or any other household cleaner for that matter. Mum hid the knives as a precaution. After Grandad's knife-throwing training classes last year, she doesn't trust us anymore.
It's just scissors. There's nothing else? Just the grain mill?
And down we go.
Halt! Who's there?
Hi, Grandad. It's me.
I doubt it. What's the
I
password?
doubt it.
Password? I don't know anything about a password.
Bad answer. Prepare to die, scoundrel!
It's important, Grandad.
So is the password. We are at war, damn it! War suffereth no carelessness. So,
Is
the
he
password!
senile?
Was it Fluffy Bunny?
You wish, die, maggot!
It's important, Grandad.
So is the password. So?
Nuclear first strike, sir.
Correct. What do you want?
A gremlin gave me this ring. He said it's very important. He said the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage as quickly as possible.
A ring? Have you checked it for contamination?
What?
For curses, hexes, poison?
No.
What am I talking about? Of course you have. No one would accept a ring from a gremlin and not check it for curses. Dangerous little blighters, those gremlins. You shouldn't feed them after midnight, you know.
The gremlin said this ring could decide the course of the entire war.
Decide the course of the war? That would be. Where is this gremlin?
He's been kidnapped. He barely had time to give me this ring. It should be taken to the Archmage as quickly as possible.
The Archmage? Yes, yes. He'd know what to do. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've trained for. This is the hour in which a stout youngster becomes an adult. The hour of glory. The hour of fame. Hour!
But, what do you mean stout?
Does everyone know what they have to do?
No.
No.
Right, men. Let it be so.
Grandad has this thing about secrecy. I think he's afraid of Shadow Army spies or something. That's Dad's spare toolbox. Well, he took his everyday tools, his travel tools, and his finest tools with him. Let's see. What have we here? Wrench, pliers, auger grease, a minotaur foot,
A
curse
minotaur
meter.
foot?
I'll just take the entire box. An old extension arm. Very handy if you're too small to reach an object. Kind of a widespread problem amongst us gnomes.
Doesn't hurt to take everything you can
Parts of some machine.
get your
or
hands on in
something.
these kinds of games.
If it's useless, it's Dad's. If it's broken, it's Grandad's. And if it's dangerous, it's from my sister Meggie. That's one of Grandad's great inventions. A ship which travels underwater. It can already sink. The locker won't open. It was badly damaged 2 years ago in the devastating spring cleaning explosion.
The locker. Oh, this locker. Okay. The jelly glowfish.
Those are jelly
thing?
glowfish lamps. As long as you feed them every couple of weeks, they're good for years of light.
Oh. I'll just stare at that lamp.
A thin, silvery elven rope. It's very light and almost unbreakable.
Vice?
Dad's vice. Brings back a lot of memories. Painful mostly. A huge machine, I mean, even for Grandad. He's really taking advantage of Mum and Dad being away. Dad's vice.
What about the uncovered part of the machine?
Grandad,
Call me Colonel.
just what exactly are we to do now, Colonel Grandad?
Colonel Grandad.
We've just discussed that. You get the equipment. I'll sort out the means of transport.
Equipment for what?
For what? For your journey to the town of the humans, of course. You need to pay more attention, my boy.
I'm supposed to... I thought someone else.
Who? I very much doubt you'll find anyone else here who's prepared to look death in the eye. This is your chance to be a tragic hero, my boy. A painful loss for the Alliance. Don't you want to be a hero?
Sure, I'd like to do something exciting, but I'm not sure I'm ready to try being...
Try? There is no try, only do. This is your chance. You'll be a hero, and I'll show everyone that this old gnome is still good for something. So, here's the plan. You get yourself some good gear, I'll sort out the means of transport.
All right, I can have a look around, but no promises. About my equipment.
Yes? Have you got everything?
I don't know. What exactly should I take?
Let me think. You need a helmet. You can fight without legs, but you can't fight without a head.
Without legs?
And you need a map of the area. Reconnaissance is everything. We're living in the information age.
Well, I know where a map is.
So I need a map and a helmet. Got it.
And then, of course, you need a parachute. Better to be safe than sorry.
Just why a parachute?
Just a precaution.
This ring, do you really think it could end the war?
I don't know if there's anything that can end this war.
The gremlin said it would change all our fates. Maybe it's a powerful magic ring.
We are simply soldiers, my boy. We fight when we are told to. Don't worry yourself about anything else.
Sounds sensible. Do you know the Archmage? Have you ever met him?
I've never met him. After all, he's a great leader, and I'm just a simple, highly decorated gnome colonel. But I've heard lots about him. He's a powerful mage, of course. He's an advisor to the king, and he's our most powerful alchemist and chief of the Secret Service. He lives in a tower down by the sea in Seastone. Of course, being the important man he is, he's always away on business.
I hope he's there. I always wanted to meet a real mage.
If he's not there, you'll have to wait for him or go and look for him. You must only give the ring to the Archmage in person, you hear me? No one else. Give me your word of honor. If the ring really is important, then it shouldn't be our fault if it lands in the wrong hands.
Okay. I swear I'll give it to the Archmage personally. I'm supposed to travel to a human town in your machine, right?
Absolutely, it's the quickest way.
And the safest?
Absolutely, it's the quickest way.
Well, we can't expect any help from the Master Brewer. He doesn't believe the ring is important.
I didn't expect much more from that cowardly drunkard.
Grandad, he's my boss.
Some boss sits in his fortress drinking beer from dawn till dark while his comrades are fighting on the front line.
I think he misses them.
Well, perhaps. But one thing's for sure. We're on our own, soldier.
I'll go look for the rest of my gear.
You do that. I've got enough to do here. But remember, never look a Medusa in the eye. And never look at anyone on the underground.
Right.
So I've got a lot of stuff. This icicle just isn't melting either. It's like awesome.
I'll thread the rope through the eyes around the edge of the tarpaulin. Done.
So there's my parachute. Okay, so I need to go get the map. And I need a helmet.
The map shows the area between here and the human town of Seastone. It's worth a try. Yikes!
What's happening?
Oh, nothing much. I just scared off a pixie.
What, here? At this time of year? The beasties are getting more and more cheeky.
Phew, that was close. I can't get to the map as long as he's sleeping there. I'll have to distract him somehow. To be honest, I'm not going to put my hand in there without a very good reason. Who knows what the rat has hidden there? Maybe rotten food, or already digested food, or even more rats.
Even more rats.
Actually, dwarfs have a thing for beautiful architecture. But when it comes to the beer supply, compromises are sometimes made. I used to be really afraid of that fireplace. Nowadays, I'm only slightly terrified. It did its job and promptly switched itself off again. Our rat hunter here is quite the energy hog.
So maybe the slime? Maybe I need to do something. Oh wait, I probably need this in the rat hole. Maybe I can use it to get stuff out of the rat hole. No, apparently not. Ooh, a net?
I know. A very roughly knotted net with loose ends. Maybe it's used for fruit. Although I've never seen any fruit around here, the master brewer prefers heartier fare.
The cooking pot seems like it would be a potentially good helmet.
The master brewer says it's very easy to brew beer. Still, he did go to school for years to learn how. I'd point it out to the master brewer, but then I'd be the one who ends up washing it all up. The stove is still a little warm. You couldn't cook anything on it, but you could heat something up. I can't get close enough. It'll snap at me and slime me.
Okay. Well then use the extendable
A perfect
lime.
fit. Now we can make long-reaching attacks on bacteria. Now I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. It's too bad that slime had to be so evil.
I think that...
Now that's a helmet fit for a hero.
Yeah.
It only stinks a little bit.
Okay.
So that should keep my head safe. All I need now is the map and a parachute.
I thought this was my parachute.
Let's see. If I pull the rope through the eyes on the rucksack... Yes, that should work. There we go. A parachute.
Oh, okay. I just needed to...
So that's 2 of the 3 pieces of gear already. All I need now is the map.
And I know where it is, I just don't know how to... distract the sleeping master brewer.
The robot gets its energy from rubbish. That's got the power supply sorted out then. The X-100 is ready for use again. I just need some new DNA and it's off on the hunt again.
Oh, I don't have the... Oh, wait.
Beards are important to dwarves. The longer the beard, the more respect the dwarf gets. And the beard ornaments tell you a lot about their owner. The master brewer, for example, is a second-degree keg roller. He was born the 9th of 12 children, and he's got a weak spot for beer. He's a bachelor, but isn't one for walks in the morning dew. And he was almost kicked out of school for pulling a girl's moustache.
Okay, so we need to cut some of his beard.
No, I can't. Well, maybe I can.
Because we want...
I'm gonna burn in hell for this, guaranteed.
We need the robot to chase him.
I wonder if that would work. At least it would distract the master brewer a bit.
Oh!
Ah! Hello? Stop! That wasn't supposed to happen. I have a feeling that wasn't such a brilliant idea. Oh, I like the master brewer.
But I need this map.
That was amazing. The eternal struggle of dwarf against machine. And I won!
We're supposed to get the map.
Are you okay?
Of course! Why not? You think a stupid tin bucket's going to beat a proper dwarf? No chance. That was good. Something's happening at last. Cause for celebration. I think we should drink to that.
Okay. Well, you do that. I'm gonna take this map. I'll see you later.
I think he's drunk with victory, so he shouldn't see anything. I have it. The map of the area. And that's the last of my gear. I must get back to Grandad. Fast.
Alright.
And down we go. Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes, report
Look.
back.
I have the pot. Helmet.
Helmet?
Excellent, soldier. The helmet will protect you from physical attacks. You can even sit on it and use it as a saucepan.
Ooh, how practical.
Let me see your helmet.
It's not all that great, I know, but
What? It's a good helmet, and it's going to protect a good soldier. That is, of course, as long as the enemy doesn't attack with dragons, or has wizards in its ranks, or magical swords,
Of course, he has all
and
of
doesn't
those
go for your
things.
head.
maybe I should look for some armor with magic.
Poppycock! That helmet will do.
I got a map.
Excellent! My commanding officer always said good maps are half the battle. Of course, you won't be needing it if everything goes well.
If what goes well?
But if not, it's always good to have a map with you, what?
I have a parachute.
Fantastic! Parachutes are hard to come by and are difficult to make yourself. After all, you'd only want to entrust your life in a quality product, not something makeshift you've patched together yourself.
No.
Trust my life. But of course, I mean, of course not. So, that's the last of my gear.
Excellent! We could get going if only my damn machine would work. But you can't find a thing in this house. No nitroglycerin, no dragon hide armor, no concentrated pillars of salt, no full mithril jacket bullets, nothing.
What do you need all that for?
For what? It's a war!
But we just want to deliver the ring to the Archmage. Don't you think a sled...
What? I need a nitroglycerin substitute. Something highly explosive. The only thing that comes to mind is good old dwarven ale.
Dwarven ale?
Devilish stuff. We reduced complete countries to ash and rubble with it. We loved the smell of dwarven ale in the morning.
Okay, I'll get you some dwarven ale. Anything else?
Yes, I need a cog. A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket,
Oh my God.
straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right-hand thread and lock ring locking. It's not a
very
standard size,
specific.
and I can't find one anywhere.
A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated BSA threaded flange with right hand thread and locking lock ring. Sounds familiar.
Come back when you've got the stuff. I'll sort out the rest. But bear in mind, the Dark Lord knows all of your thoughts.
Right. Dad's vice brings back a...
There's not a whole lot here. Sounds familiar.
This chair is completely uninteresting. Like I said, a chair to sit on.
Well, maybe
It's
not.
still a chair. A totally uninteresting chair, which is absolutely no help to me. Not now, not ever.
Yeah.
It is a chair. Honest. Okay, whatever. It's a horse. A beautiful big white horse.
Oh, this is good.
What is your problem? A chair is a chair is a chair. I'm not going to answer. The chair, of course. That's the key to it all. Not
I think it
a
is.
chair. This chair is completely uninteresting. Like I said,
Really?
it's still a chair.
I want to catch. I want to catch the mechanical flying fish.
Oh, I can't reach that.
If standing on the freaking chair.
A totally uninteresting chair, which is absolutely no help to me. Not now, not ever. That's my family. Right now, just Grandad and I are holding. My dad is a mechanic. Mother is. She
Okay.
won. My other
I
granddad
already
looks
heard
like
all
I brought.
this.
My mother is a real whole wife. She spends her time on chemistry, biology, genetics, and that kind of stuff.
I wonder if I can use the super fertilizer on the flower
Why
pot.
should I fertilize potting soil when there's nothing planted in it?
How do I know there's nothing planted in it?
Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. There's still some grain in the funnel. Barley, I think.
So maybe I'm supposed to plant... I'm supposed to plant the barley in the flower pot?
I don't even know what to do with one handful of barley. Why do I need two then? I don't even know what to do. Those cogs belong to Dad's living space optimization unit. The machine takes up a total of 3 rooms in our hall.
Wait, it takes up 3 rooms. And only... Optimization. Optimization. This is okay.
Another one of Dad's inventions. He calls it eclecticity or something. It's got something to do with hamsters. We used to have jelly glowfish all over the walls. I found that a little cozier.
Aww. Just a chair. You sure you can't use your parents' room? I mean... Maybe I should use the net to catch the fish. Ah, can't do that. Oh, that's the tennis racket frame.
I'll just knot the loose ends around the frame. Done. I wouldn't want to play tennis with it, but it does make a fine scoop net.
There we go.
Gotcha. Well, that won't work. It wiggles too much.
It wiggles too much. So I gotta put it in the vise.
And down we go.
There's gotta be something in the flying fish that the granddad needs.
It's stuck. Poor thing.
Now. Now.
Shouldn't be a problem with the right tool. There you are. A 5/8" screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right hand thread and lock ring locking. Maybe that cog wasn't all that important. Fly. Oh, maybe it was important.
Well, we found it.
Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes, report back.
Here's the cog, Grandad. I had to break my flying fish for that.
War always involves sacrifice. Your flying fish was a hero, one of our best. We will honor his memory. Excellent. All we need now is the dwarven ale. Keep on with it.
Dwarven ale.
Dwarven ale can be used as a substitute for nitroglycerin.
Well, it has to be diluted and used in small doses, of course.
And the dwarves drink it. And where am I supposed to get something that infernal? Oh, probably the Master Brewer's the only one who can help us there.
There's just one problem. The storage and brewing of dwarven ale is strictly forbidden after there were a number of serious accidents.
I'll see what I can do. Well then, I'll let you get on with your work.
Yes, and get a move on. We haven't got much time. But bear in mind, the Dark Lord knows all of your thoughts.
Right.
Alright. So now we gotta go back to the bar and see if our boss will give us more dwarven ale. He's probably gonna tell me to plant the barley. I'm probably gonna have to come back here and fertilize the barley so that it grows super fast.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, aye, Wilbur.
Mr. Master Brewer, assuming I were to need some dwarven ale...
Dwarven ale? It's not allowed, unfortunately.
Why not?
Have you heard about the explosion on Mount Winterpeak?
The volcanic eruption.
Volcanic eruption. Deep under that mountain was the finest ale brewery in the whole dwarven world. My dad took me there when I was nothing but 2 beer crates tall. Can you imagine how aled up we were?
Kind of. What happened?
Ah, well, some so-and-so cocked up, and boom! And that was that! All over for dwarven ale brewing. After the accident, it was banned as a substance of enjoyment. The sharp taste, the warmth in the throat, gone forever. Now it's only used in warfare and in the alchemy industry.
But you do know how to brew dwarven ale, don't you?
Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Of course I know. I'm the master brewer. It's not difficult either. First, you get barley germinated in a malt house, then let them bloat up after leaving them dormant for a bit. Then kiln dry the green malt, keeping it turned, coarse mill it, making sure that the husks don't get destroyed.
The husks? What are...
Then mash the whole lot in a mash tun, obviously using a decoction procedure. After the iodine test, we get on with purifying and separating the malt from the beer wort in a slatted filter bed.
Of course, but...
In other words, we let the draft run through the mash pot. We then put the first wort in the brewing kettle, let it simmer, and add the hops. We let the wort settle to remove the trub crust, add the yeast, and then leave to ferment. Then we run everything through the pebble filter. That's all fair enough. Then it gets more complicated.
Stop!
What? We're just getting to the exciting part.
I'm sure we were, but I just abandoned the idea of brewing some dwarven ale myself.
Well, whatever you think.
Let's assume I need a small tankard of dwarven ale really, really urgently. Could you brew it for me?
Could do, but I'm not going to. It's not allowed.
Oh, come on. Who's going to notice? When was the last time another dwarf came by to visit us?
That's a fair time back.
You see? Wouldn't you just love a nice cold dwarven ale tonight to celebrate your victory over the robot?
Oh, dwarven ale is nectar. I'd certainly enjoy a wee taste of it again. Oh, but it's not going to happen.
Of course,
I'm missing,
you're missing
a
the
few
barley.
ingredients.
And if I get them, would you brew up 2 tankards then? One for me and one for yourself.
Aye. It's a deal. You find me the missing ingredients, and I'll brew some dwarven ale.
Okay, what do you need?
Crystal clear mountain water, hops, and some barley for malting.
Oh, that's it?
That's it,
No,
huh?
no deviled fire, salamander eyes, or dragon's breath, that sort of thing?
Nope. Water, hops, and malt. Then there's just a few secret ingredients and naturally synthesized aromatic substances and a couple
So
of
where's the
E-numbers.
hops?
But I've already got them here.
Okay, water, hops, and barley. I'll get them.
Well, wait.
When the robot started in on you, I never thought you'd beat it.
It was an epic scrap, lad, an epic scrap. Morph against machine, nature against technology, mind.
I think I
over
have an
matter.
idea of where to find
Mind? How did you destroy
all
it?
of this stuff.
I hit him as hard as I could with heavy objects until sparks
Obviously, I've got the
started
barley
leaping out
already.
of him.
Oh, a shrewd tactic.
Too right. But he did land a couple on me. Look what he did to my beard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was so tanked up with ale and adrenaline I didn't even notice.
Here's some barley from my mum's kitchen. Can it be used for brewing?
It's not the best, but it'll have to do.
I talked to my granddad. He thinks the ring is important too. He wants to help me get to the human town.
Yeah? Well, of course he wants to do that. Listen to me, laddie. Nothing against your grandpa, but don't you think he's a few Jills short of a pint?
My granddad is a great soldier and inventor.
Of course he is. Of course he is. But, how should I put it? He's maybe had one crash landing too many. His flying machines were mostly a bit, temperamental. And let's face it, he wasn't actually the greatest of pilots. Honestly, son, if your grandpa reckons there's something in that story, then for me, that's just one more reason to keep out of it.
Grandad and I will show everyone. I have to go. Enjoy the celebration.
Yeah.
So this icicle is totally not melting.
It'll take a long time for the icicle to melt. After all, the pot isn't all that warm. I should...
What? Oh, never mind. I skipped that by accident. I didn't mean to, but I already know what to do. This is still... The stove is still warm, he said.
It shouldn't take long to melt the icicle. The stove is still warm. The icicle is gone. All that's left is crystal clear water.
I didn't even look at the robot.
I have a pot of crystal clear water for the dwarven ale.
Show me. Hey, that water's very good. We can use this.
To be honest, I'm not going to put my hand in there without a very good reason. Who knows what the rat has hidden there? Maybe rotten food, or already digested food, or even more rats.
But that's probably where the hops is.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, Wilbur.
Do you have any idea where I can get the hops?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that thieving rat took the best part of 5 sacks. I've not enough left. I've got to be careful with it.
The rat, huh?
Figured.
I have to go.
So I had
Enjoy
to
the
ask him.
celebration.
Yeah.
So now I can probably go in there.
If the rat has stolen that many hops, it might still have something stored in there. There's something in there. Something round. Ugh, hopefully it's not a giant rat dropping. It's a single hop. This is probably all that's left of the stock of hops. I've got some hops for the ale.
Oh, no, my lad. That's not enough. I need more hops. A proper handful.
But I can't find any more.
Oh, well, that's it as far as the dwarven ale's concerned. But you can plant the hops. You'll have enough next year.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, I'll plant the hop in the soil. Let's see what happens. I really can't imagine this stuff. Wow. Good fertilizer, that. Nah. Whoa! A huge hop plant with tons of cones. I've picked about 10 cones. That should be enough for the dwarven ale.
Well, I got some hops.
I've got some hops for the ale. Is this enough?
Ho, that's enough. I hope you haven't been whipping stuff out of my stock.
No. Well, only indirectly.
From
And
the
that
rat.
means I've got all I need to brew the lovely dwarven ale. Right, it's all go now then.
So here we go.
Hey, laddie, just watch out that you don't get any of that in your eyes. It's dangerous stuff.
I'll be very careful. Thanks very much, sir.
Tell me, Wilbur, what do you need all that junk for? The dwarven ale and all the other stuff that you've been dragging out of here the whole evening.
Well, it's because of the ring. I need it. Grandad's helping me get the ring to the human town safe. Well, quickly.
Oh, Wilbur, it's dangerous for a young gnome like yourself out there.
I know, but I promised that gremlin, and I believe it really could be important. And I'd like to get out of here and achieve something.
Taste some adventure, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that the ring is all that important. Not everybody's born for having adventures, my lad. But maybe you really do need to get out of here.
Really?
Aye, laddie. You still live with your parents, and you keep company with a very interesting, intelligent old dwarf. But that can't go on forever, can it now? So, if you do leave and go off on an adventure, even if it's just to Seastone, then maybe you'll come back and visit and tell me all about it then, eh?
I promise.
Don't forget us. You're going to have to excuse me now. I've got an appointment.
An appointment with the dwarven ale? Oh, so yeah. I really can't actually do anything with the robot. This is a really pretty game, though. I will say that. Pretty, linear.
And down we go. Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
I love that he has pot on his head for a helmet. It's...
Yes, report back.
Here's the dwarven ale, Grandad.
Oh, my goodness, we must be careful with this. Now I have everything I need. It won't take long now. Prepare yourself for takeoff.
Take off? What do you mean by take off?
That's why you need the parachute.
That's what you meant by take off.
Absolutely. I've aimed her at the town of the humans. Betsy, too, was, of course, designed to shoot grenades. But I'm confident that she'll get your capsule there, too.
That's also
Confident?
why he needed a helmet.
Get me out of here. Please, Grandad.
Listen, my boy. I'm proud of you. You're doing something very brave. Sure, Wilbur. I'd like you to have these.
Your old aviator goggles. Oh, Grandad, I didn't think...
Too slow, my boy. Fire! Good luck.
Well. That's interesting castle. Oh, am I playing Dobby now?
Where is it?
He still hasn't told us, Mother.
He will. Who else knows about it?
The Archmage won't know about it yet. We were able to intercept the servant, as you know. But
But
an elf, Mother. She tried to free MacGuffin. She might know something.
she needs to be watched.
Very well.
And now, Mr. Professor, let us have a little chat.
It's like Cthulhu.
Oh well, no problem. I am an elf, and I'm fit.
Okay, so not
Now,
playing Dobby
I'll
and
get the book
still
out of
playing
MacGuffin's
Evo.
secret cellar and take it to the Archmage. No, they were all gone when I got there. They collected the cage and were off. Now it's up to us to get the book. Of course I don't have to, but, well, what else am I going to do? It appears to be very important. And even if it isn't important, those shady fellows want to have that book. It's better that we get it out of the cellar before they get their grubby mitts on it. Then don't help me. Why don't you just fly home? Just don't tell my parents anything. Ungrateful feathered fowl.
Speak with Cheep Cheep.
A tatty wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it. A scarecrow that doesn't even scare Cheep Cheep is clearly of no use whatsoever. Do you have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make someone into the ruler of the world? No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for. Something that no one has ever looked for. It'll be in the Gremlins book. If only I had it already. Why is that scarecrow not scaring you? Yes, certainly. And how? Normally you're the first to take flight. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
Cheep, cheep.
A pumpkin patch. Not particularly well cared for. Presumably MacGuffin spends a lot of time buried in his books and not enough time in his garden. The pumpkins should have been harvested long ago. Some are already starting to go mouldy. A pile of logs. There is no way that MacGuffin will get through the winter with such a small amount, not even autumn.
But I'll take some anyway.
3 should be enough. An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards. There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone. I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns.
Okay, so I need to find something.
The groundwater is only a few metres down in this region. Presumably the well isn't very deep. That was suspiciously easy. The rope is broken and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone. The rope is broken. Presumably the years spent soaked in water have rotted it away. Without a bucket or something, I'm not going to be able to bring up any water.
Well,
I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above, and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the side. I'd say this is a pretty... The flour then... A swinging metal frame. You can hang pots or something of that sort onto it and then swing it over the fire. I should hang something from it. A large brick fireplace. The fire grates on the outside, not inside the house. That's a bit unusual, but it does make sense if the professor doesn't wish to have an open fire inside.
so I'm probably supposed to put the firewood in the stove.
Once they get going, they'll burn for a few hours. MacGuffin has a lot of flammable objects. He presumably doesn't want an open fire and sparks flying around in the house. The warmth will spread through to the walls inside. I should hang something from it. That should hold. Let's give it a whirl. It worked. This means that I have a gremlin watering can full of water.
So, yeah.
The watering can with the cold well water is hanging on the metal arm. It'd be better to light the fire first, then the watering can isn't going to be in the way. An upturned flower pot made of clay. There's a stone under it. That could be a firestone. That's coming with me. Presumably the professor wanted to prevent the stone getting wet. I can't set fire to logs just with a firestone. I need something that lights easily to get the fire started properly.
Lights easily. Yeah, some kindling. see what's in the house. Look at the chaos.
Typical bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered with a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Oh, yuck. I'm definitely not tidying up here. Why hasn't the gremlin's companion sorted this out?
Because she's dead.
The back of the fireplace. When MacGuffin wanted to heat his food up, he just needed to put it into one of those little stoves. A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants. A wooden tub, about half... Oh, great. Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange. The mirror's turned... A carpenter's cup. It looks old.
Of course.
Looks like the base for a statue. It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters. There's a 6-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue.
There's a jelly glowfish.
A standard jelly glowfish. They're everywhere around here. This one here isn't glowing anymore, and won't ever again. Jelly glowfish are really quite frugal animals. They need water and a little bit of food every now and then. I guess this one lacked the latter. Looks like a very ancient sarcophagus. Oh, strange. There are hinges on it, just like a door. Shame. Just a stinky mummy. What have we here?
What are you doing, Mortimer?
What the... Did you just speak? You speak?
Me? No.
Well, yes you do, quite obviously.
What is obvious?
That you can and do speak.
But of course.
But you just said that you didn't.
Why are you being so strange, Mortimer?
I'm not Mortimer.
Where is Mortimer?
You mean MacGuffin, the gremlin archaeologist who lives here, yes?
What?
Mortimer.
Yes?
You're called Mortimer?
No, of course not.
I think we're finished with this conversation.
I think you are slowly losing your marbles, Mortimer.
Presumably the sarcophagus lacks oxygen.
Clearly.
Books and more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about every language. The book that MacGuffin told me about is hidden in the cellar. These books aren't of interest. I think these are all the things that the professor uses on his digs. A brush, a little shovel, a sieve. I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless.
So this
A
was the
large
book that he
handwritten
was
book. It looks like it's been used a lot.
using before he got kidnapped.
It's the
He
gremlin's
was
diary.
writing it.
Perhaps
Oh.
I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness? And I didn't find the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery mountains. Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artifact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it. What's this at the beginning of this page? Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment, though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool socks. I was just about to burn the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by a fairy explorer. The travel log described how the explorer landed on an island in the West Seas whilst searching for undiscovered fairy tribes. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that can be found on that island. I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes he drew. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. The gremlin appears to have been very excited. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he left. Good old Beetle. He has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is. I have sent him to Master Alistair, the Archmage of the Humans. He is to hand him a sealed letter. Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep a wink. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing else there.
There's a pile of documents.
Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western, Quenya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul. A little wooden box. Doesn't look like an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship, though.
What's in that?
It's locked.
Oh.
A strange stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has a few fine embellishments. Perhaps a memento from one of the Professor's expeditions. A stone casket placed in a wooden box. The
It's
box
like the
looks
Ark
very
of the
cheap.
Covenant, right?
It could be one of those storage containers. The stone
Another
chest is
Indiana
decorated
Jones
with 2
reference.
angels and has writing on it too. I can't read it.
Open the stone chest.
What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me, or has it just got much warmer in here? The chest is filled to the brim with fine sand. I haven't got a clue what else might be in there. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my hand. The chest is filled... I can hardly sift...
Okay, so we probably should use the sieve.
There is something in there. A little brass key.
So what's in the box?
Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box. The paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading. There's also a drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid. Let's take a look. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah blah. Pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Oh, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange.
Machine?
A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house.
Is this the sheen?
Must be that.
So good to see you, Mortimer. A very strange person was just here insisting that they were you.
That was me.
You, Mortimer? Why did you pretend to be you?
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Have you done something to your hair? You look so different.
Are you seriously mistaking me for a metre-high, wrinkly, bald old gremlin?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Mortimer. Look at me. I've seen better days, too.
I am not Mortimer. Mortimer sent me. I'm looking for a secret cellar. Can you tell me how I can get into the cellar?
Into the cellar? Of course.
But I'm not going to.
And where is the cellar?
What cellar do you mean?
What?
What? You have grown, Mortimer.
Yes, yes. Oh, how we laugh.
Wait. So there's nothing else. What was the wait? What's that? Look inside the wooden box. Read the Gremlin's diary. There's a little shield.
A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished.
Oh wait.
Would appear the mirror's turned so it reflects. Not quite as good as a real mirror, but I can see my reflection. Looking good, as usual. I can only see myself and a portion of the room in the improvised mirror.
The Carpenter's Cup. There's so many
Not really worth a
references
closer look.
to Indiana Jones.
What's that? A box with some kind of glass eye. It seems to be hanging directly in front of the gable window. I haven't got a clue what it's for. What's that? I haven't got a clue.
Unimaginably valuable documents.
I can't remove the under...
So the chimney.
A daring structure. And just like the whole house, pretty wonky. Doesn't look as if it'll last long. I wonder what sort of machine is being talked about here. The paper indicates some kind of stone figure. All the rest is absolutely of no use to me at all without the machine.
Okay. These unimaginably valuable documents are going to be my
They'll burn
fire
well.
lighting.
They're dry as bone. I'll give it a go. What? Let's see. The water's boiling.
Okay. So the machine, which the note is
There's a
talking
six-sided
about.
indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue.
There's a statue, like, right there. But I don't really see anything else.
A
There's
wooden
a
tub, about
machine.
half. Oh, great. I can only see myself. I wonder what sort of machine is being talked about here.
Some
The
kind
paper
of
indicates some
stone
kind of stone figure. All the rest is absolutely.
There's a little, like... Oh, there's a dragon skull up there?
A dragon's skull. It could have been a horntail, nasty creatures, but there are very few around these days. The last of them are now working almost exclusively as beasts of burden. They've not just lost their viciousness, they've lost their pride too. I can still remember a time when dragons were powerful. That was centuries ago, before they were subjugated to a stranger's will by the power of magic. Once they were brought under control, they were used by the 100 on battlefields. From that, very few of them survived.
So, I might have to end here when, like, I don't know where this machine is that they're talking about. Some kind of stone figure. Which, I feel like the sarcophagus.
Well, that's just great.
It's potentially part of it, but...
Hello, Mortimer.
Yes, now listen, I have to find this secret cellar and I think you might be able to help me, so please pull yourself together.
Of course. Of course.
That's good. Now, I have a few questions for you. Did you have an accident in a bandage factory?
No, I'm a mummy.
Don't mummies have their brains pulled out via their noses during the mummification process?
I don't think so.
I do. Can you tell me where the secret door is and how to open it?
Oh, you are getting forgetful, Mortimer.
Yes, exactly. So help me out here. How do I open that secret door again?
What secret door?
This is gradually ceasing to be funny.
What?
That. The secret door to the cellar. How can I open it?
You always fiddle around with that thing there, that stone figure, and then the secret door opens and you disappear somewhere.
And exactly where does do I go then?
How should I know? I haven't left my sarcophagus for 4,000 years.
No wonder you're a little soft in the head.
You are not Mortimer. Why are you pretending to be Mortimer?
I will say this one more time.
I'm not
Mortimer.
Mortimer.
Of course not. If you say so.
Mortimer has been kidnapped, and I wanted to rescue him. I guess...
That's terrible. You'll have to hide.
Me? Why?
They want to kidnap you.
That's already happened. Mortimer, it's Mortimer. Mortimer has already been kidnapped.
But That's impossible. Who is talking to me at night, then?
Mortimer is your friend, is he not? Did he, excavate you?
You could say that. I was lying in the dark for quite some time. Then the lid opened, and Mortimer was there. I've been with him ever since.
Well, as things look right now, Mortimer's not going to be here to chat for some time.
We do not chat. We discuss. We deliberate. We debate. We chat. But we would never go skiing.
Huh?
What?
Why? Do you really want to go skiing?
I don't want to go skiing.
What is skiing?
No idea. I've had enough.
Bye.
Okay. You fiddle with that stone figure. So, I'm a little stuck right now.
What's that? I haven't got a clue what it's for.
There's a stone figure like here. There's stone discs.
I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above, and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the side. A watering can full of hot water.
Wait. Did I see something? Other than the gravestone. Yeah, I'm a little bit stuck here.
Better not. I haven't got any news and he'll only start reproaching me again.
There's nothing over here, right? Yeah, there's nothing.
Strange. Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up. Strange. Looks like the shutter can...
So, how do I open it? Is there something I need to grab from inside the house?
What's that? I haven't got a clue.
Something that I can use to reach up? Is there something else in the wooden box that I missed, maybe?
Wait, there is something else. There's a 6-sided flat stone hidden under the paper. It has something a bit like a knob on the top of it.
Well.
Let's see. Fits perfectly. I wonder if I... How pretty. The vessel's a few centimetres deep and empty. There are some brown stains on the bottom. Ooh, this must be the ominous machine which is reputed to have a ghost living in it. The vessel at its base must be for fuel. The statue has small holes in its nose, and it appears that the mouth could be opened. Hello? You in there? Ghost? Give me beans for your draft. Oh, mighty ghost in the machine, give me the beans for your delicious, godly draught. Let's look at it this way. If you don't give me the beans, then I won't be able to prepare your stupid draft, and that won't be of any use to anyone. Why the wait?
So,
The fuel for the machine is ready. Now I just need to pour it into the bowl. If it's worked at all, then those beans should be ground to a powder already.
what? Oh. Because I obviously... What?
The vessel's a few centimetres deep and empty. There are some brown stains on the bottom.
I just...
Oi, Ghost! If you're really so familiar with everything in this house, then tell me, what do I do now? Hello? The fuel for the machine is ready. Now I just need to pour it into the
Okay.
bowl.
Pour it into the bowl. How do I leave? Oh, there we go. Because I need to grind the coffee beans.
It works! The beans are being ground to powder. That's it. Very well. The water's turning brown. And it smells... lovely. That's the fuel for the machine sorted.
So I'm gonna try to finish this section and then be done for the night.
And woe betide if this whole effort's in vain. Hello? You there, Ghost. I have to find the secret cellar. Will you help me?
It's a monkey that likes coffee.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A clever mechanism. So this is the legendary secret cellar. The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere. Strong iron bars without a door or lock. Behind it is a dark room. I somehow have to open the bars. Each of these 3 stone figures by the bars is decorated with a different precious stone. This one here's got a ruby on its head. The spider has an emerald on its back, green. This bird has an eye made out of a blue precious stone. I think it's a sapphire. A staff approximately 2 meters long with a top made of bronze. Looks
So
like
that's what I
something's
need to
missing
open.
there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there. A small circular opening in the ground. It's decorated with an ancient script, just like the picture on the wall.
Look at the junk.
The sad remains of extinct cultures, and of the last camping trip. I can't discover anything of interest amongst this junk. A small circular opening in the ground.
More Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones.
This figure looks a bit like a dog. One of its eyes is a large ruby. A small, fat figure. She's holding a mirror above her head. Looks ancient. A small, fat... A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it. Guess even a secret cellar is in the end just a cellar, and all cellars have gardening tools such as these gardening shears. As long as I'm not expected to do the gardening now.
Yeah, well, we need to do the thing with the thing upstairs. And I still need to figure out a way to open the shutter.
I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening. It is indeed a gravestone. A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
So maybe the mummy is Kinski?
Yoo-hoo!
I know you've never been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
What?
The jewel! And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger Mortimer's stone?
But I am Mortimer.
Don't be ridiculous. You're too tall, too thin, too hairy, and you have those things there.
I'm a friend of Mortimer. He's sent me to fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really? If you are truly a good friend of Mortimer, then you will be able to give me the answer to the following question.
Oh boy.
What color is his underwear?
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right! Red silk underwear. But I'm still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
Oh, that's Kinski.
His cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
It was a tomcat. The poor thing was always so happy playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my questions.
What?
Two?
No, two.
You asked me about his underwear.
But why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
Oh, come on, don't change the subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Budlerberg?
What?
Huh?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this too. It is a bit like a coded question.
And do you know the answer?
Of course! Mortimer told me.
And you haven't forgotten it?
I... no. So, what is the answer?
He said, Henninger, I am your father.
What nonsense.
I can see dead people?
That was before the battle. No, that's all wrong. Now tell me, what did he say to his adjutant?
234, of course.
Oh? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
How can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
But how? What?
234. Mortimer never told you that.
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then, if you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh. Oh, that! You mean that 234?
Yes, exactly.
With that thingy?
Precisely. I see that you are a good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid! Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last.
Oh, man.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
That was weird.
Fits perfectly. I think I'd better take the staff with me. It might come in handy elsewhere.
So being that this is Indiana Jones, so much is like Indiana Jones. There's like the Ark of the Covenant there, the Carpenter's Cup. All of it is pointing to, as I open this, they're gonna come
The window's open.
and be like, thank
The last
you
rays
for
of sunlight
finding
can
the
enter
book
the
for
house.
me.
The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor. There are strange marks on the figure's pedestal. Looks like the figure may have been turned. I've got to try and turn it back to its original position.
There.
Excellent. The path is clear. This must be
Yep.
the secret book. Oh, it's been written by hand and there are several pictures. There are a few words written in orange ink. That doesn't exist, does it? The artifact of divine fate. This is serious. I should get this book to
Yeah.
the Archmage as quick as I can. As long as I don't bump into the sorcerer or his troll, I should manage to make Seastone by midday tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem. Uh-oh. Ah! Ah!
Okay. So, yeah. They just wanted you to think that was going to happen. That was kind of clever. So, that was the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is in the town. I think this is a good place to end it. I guess we can watch the first part of this cutscene. And then I will save and... Oh, the little gnome!
Why are you staring like that? Never seen a town guard before?
No. You're a human, aren't you?
Me? Yes, you could say that. Never been anything else.
Wow.
My name is Bartholomew Anton Shieldhand, Royal Town Guard of Seastone. And who are you?
Oh my god.
My name is, Willow Brush, Weatherwood?
What kind of a name is that?
Well, it's just my name.
So you don't want to tell me your real name then?
On a secret
On a
mission.
secret mission, are we?
Yes.
Where am I?
This lovely seaside resort, residence of the Archmage and home of the sea shanty singers, is Seastone.
Seastone? Then I made it!
Absolutely, I'd say. And here's me thinking that the orcs were firing grunts at our walls again.
I have to see the Archmage. It's urgent.
Then I wish you the best of luck. The guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures. He won't let you through to the Archmage that easily.
Is the Archmage even in his tower at the moment?
I'm not allowed to give out any information on that subject. Those are the regulations.
Can you tell me anything about the Archmage? Do you know him personally?
Of course I know him. The Seastone Town Guard is also responsible for protecting the Archmage.
Why does he need protection if he's as powerful as everyone says?
Well, he's not exactly the greatest of warriors.
No?
No. He's more strange. He thinks about stuff, you know.
Strange. Why does he do that?
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I can't actually
What do you mean by upper town?
Well, the town's divided into the upper town and the
do
lower
anything. I
town.
think until
The
I...
Archmage's tower is, of
get through
course, in the
this.
upper town.
And what's in the lower town?
Taverns, shops, the common people's dwellings. Well, at least they used to live there. Not anymore.
Okay.
I have to go. I'll get in to see the Archmage one way or another.
Well, I never. I have to get back to my post too. My break's over. So, Willowbrush Weatherwood, who wants to become a pirate, best of luck on your adventure. We'll no doubt bump into each other again.
Thanks, Mr. Shieldhand. See you later.
Okay, there we go. And chapter 1. So yeah. I like the look of the game. I like the feel of it so far. It's a little bit more linear than I'm used to, but I guess kind of has a lot of influences that that I love. So yeah, I think that I will enjoy playing this for a while. I don't know I don't know if this will be a regular Tuesday thing, though. It's just something that I wanted to do this week. So I will be back on, I believe, Saturday was my next one. It's either Saturday or Sunday, and I'm looking it up right now. Saturday. Yep. Well, yeah. I'm going to plan on streaming King's Quest again on Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. So back to my retro streaming. I'll start playing King's Quest 2. So I will see you all on Saturday at 5. Thanks for watching. Bye.